Cancer, what is going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it. Happy day. We are in Gemini season. Things are moving pretty well. We are starting to see a little bit of a tension build as we're headed towards the full moon. And you know, not good, bad, right or wrong. Pluto's in retrograde right now. So it is highlighting places where some of this tension needs to be recognized. It needs to be addressed and changes need to be made. We don't love everything that we have to change right now because some of it is unexpected. Some of it's things that we don't really want to deal with or we wish would just go back to normal, that type of vibe. But those things that keep popping up, that keep being an issue, continue to persist. That's what we really want to be paying attention to. Like I said, it's not the most fun energy. We've had a lot of support to do so, but right now Saturn is tensely aspected to Venus, and that essentially means, to Jupiter, and that essentially means that, well, it could be. No, it's not. Darn it. But that essentially means that the way we're seeing what we want to manifest, our proverbial abundance, what we're kind of going after, our goals, etc., it's not coming in the way that we had hoped or expected. And not only that, we have to do things differently in order to get there. And that's why that change keeps being highlighted. It's also why I like to start off the readings with an energy cleansing. Just set the tone, set the vibe for the reading, cleanse out any blocks, obstacles that we might be coming into. It's a really good time to set your own intention for the reading as well, especially if you did come in with something on your heart, on your mind, something you would like Spirit to deliver messages to you around. Definitely give that over. Be open to receive. It's a great way to personalize these collective readings. And I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing wellness services. Readings are one of them. If you want me to look at your specific situation, how it's faring, where it's headed, or if you are just looking for more of a rebalancing, realignment, mind, body, soul, I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. When we're feeling good, strong, grounded in self, that's when we're manifesting our abundance. That's when we're making choices that actually resonate with us, that we want to see happen, and leading to good things. And we all deserve that, right? So I would love to help support in whatever way possible. All the info to get into contact with me is in the description box below. All right, Cancer. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it, and release it from our being so we may see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love, Mama Love. Amen. All right, Cancer. Your energy feels a little bit heavy this week. I'm not going to lie. I was hearing you're feeling sick to your stomach, and not in a way you have the flu, or maybe you do, but it feels more like your stomach is in knots. A little bit of a, oh shit. I don't know if you did something. I don't feel like that, but I feel like something's finally coming to head. It's, things are, you can't avoid it, right? Okay, so we're getting the intuition card. It's you can't avoid it. It's and I'm hearing this is something you're kind of prepared for. Maybe it's not something you want to happen, but like I said, you've been sensing this, you've been feeling this, you've been picking this up, and there have been some things that are being triggered out of this. Maybe not dealing with the problem and focusing more on the triggers. And it's starting to get really exhausting is what I'm seeing. Because again, it's something's not being dealt with. We'll look into this. Something's not being dealt with. And you might be reacting a little bit more out of your fear, out of the anxiety, because like I said, like, and I feel like I'm remembering in your past readings, like you felt good, like you've been okay, even though there's been some stuff happening, right? Like you have a handle, but for some reason this week it feels a little bit more like, oh shit, you know, like I don't know if I'm ready for this, or things are actually happening where it's like, you know, like I said, something is coming either towards the finish line, it's closing out, or you're just feeling like it's almost there. There is something I feel like that needs to be talked about. I think this conversation is a hard one to have because, I don't know, there's a lot of moving pieces, right? There's a lot of moving pieces. But I feel like you have been kind of like fighting a battle for some time, right? Like, and maybe the battle is just within yourself. Maybe it's trying to like not acknowledge the fear, the anxiety, the what ifs, the emotional triggers, etc. And I think we got that. I don't know if this was in our weekly. I don't know. Check it out. But I feel like we've gotten this message where like it's this value. If you keep pushing it down, it's not going away, right? Maybe this was in the trauma and healing. And as I'm saying this, we're getting the healing card, right? It's not going to go away. And if anything, Cancer, I'm feeling like whatever this is for you, it's actually just kind of made it worse. It's made it more frustrating. I feel like you haven't really been, quote unquote, speaking your truth. There's that trigger card coming in as a double confirmation. You haven't been telling someone how you feel, what you think about something. And it's been coming out in maybe some bad ways. I don't know. I don't feel like you're proactively doing anything wrong or bad, so to speak, right? Like, I don't necessarily feel that. I feel like if anything, you've kind of let a situation play out, unfold. Maybe the expectation was that someone would behave a little bit differently, and it's not really happening. It looks like someone's really limiting themselves, right? They are, and again, maybe this fear, anxiety is not coming from you. Maybe it's coming from someone else, and you have to deal with all of this stuff. You are water element, so it's way easy to pick up on people's feelings, even their projections, right? Especially if you consider yourself empathic, it's very easy to pick up someone else's stuff and think it's your own, you know? So that also could be true. Just take it how it resonates, take it how it fits. Because something around you, Eight of Swords energy, they're really struggling to like shift their perspective 100% with this Emperor here. Like they're having a really hard time changing it up. And you're not. I mean, if anything, okay, so maybe like it looks like someone's really trying to have control. And I feel like as they're trying to have control, they're trying to control you. I think it's been harder to control you. Maybe I was picking up they're saying, oh shit, right? Like kind of worried about how things are moving because you have this energy of like freedom surrounding you, which I really love. This is hard for them. This is a hard pill for them to swallow. It does kind of look like they will be reconnecting with you this week, especially with this Express card. Conversations are going to be on the table. I think that there is opportunity to heal. I don't know that this is going to go back to where it was before. Yeah, because you're not as interested. It looks like so much time, energy has passed. There's a lot of water underneath the bridge that at this point, you're just going to do you. Because again, this person's situation's still vibing in the Emperor energy. And it's really talking about how they're not being very balanced, how they're not approaching things in a balanced way. It's my way or the highway. This is a dynamic that you've really had to work to heal yourself from. Not only, it's not healing yourself, it's someone who's just constantly demanding, constantly taking your energy from you. And maybe that's kind of where the fear, anxiety has been not serving you at all. The Emperor can definitely ensue fear in us, right? It's like the angry parent. That's kind of what I'm picking up. The person who's always mad at you, always critiquing you, always whatever. That's kind of how this energy feels. And maybe you've been living under this fear, right? Like you've been living under this, or kind of like abiding by their rules. Maybe not even understanding how much of a trigger they have been, you know? Like, and I'm hearing this is a lot of like what they're saying, how they're saying it, etc. I love this though, because you're really moving into a space, Cancer, where you're seeing through it, number one, and you can handle it way better. I think this is actually something that you're uncovering this week, is where and how this person's situation is really beautiful, so beautiful, is how this person is provoking the situation. And ironically, it's happening through that component of surrender. Not necessarily like, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. It's actually like you backing off, you being like, okay, do whatever you gotta do. You wanna spiral, you wanna create all these rules, whatever. Have fun, right? And I think that through that process of letting go, it's actually uncovering a lot of healing for you, a lot of nurture, a lot of supportive energy. I love that we're ending with the Empress, because it feels like you're standing in your power regardless of what gender you are. The Empress is such a lovely energy because it's someone who is very empowered, but not in a domineering way. That's where the Emperor gets into trouble, is he loves to dominate, right? The Empress can maybe be a little bit too lazy at times if she's not in her fullest form, but I'm seeing this as you're putting yourself first. You're not taking no for an answer for you and what you want. And I feel like it's really switching the dynamics, or it's shifting how you're seeing this person and how you're showing up, you know, and in a way that's actually more beneficial to you. And I'm also seeing this as something's on the horizon that's going to be a little bit better for you, that's going to be a little bit more well suited, more your cup of tea. I do, you know, I mean, obviously there is something here that needs to be addressed. And like I said, maybe there will be healing in this dynamic. Obviously, I always encourage, don't go back into anything that's unhealthy, toxic, puts you in harm's way, etc. But if it is miscommunications or whatever, you know, and you feel, I don't know if you feel like like you have enough energy to work it out, but you know, that's to be determined, of course, because we're getting the snake right off the bat. And that's the hard part. The snake is always a little shady, a little, like you got to keep an eye on them. You can't really fully trust them. And that's where I feel like, as much as you want to hope, believe that there is healing with this night sky, as much as you want that, there's also this part of you that's being very, very practical. Very, very practical. We've been getting this grasshopper a lot. To me, the grasshopper is a lot about these new beginnings, right, that we're seeing with Pluto moving into Aquarius, being in retrograde right now. Change is happening, right? We can't avoid it. And this grasshopper is that reminder that even if it feels a little bit uncomfortable, even if it's not exactly where you want to be or how you want things to play out, it's about using the wisdom that you've gained, right? And then implementing it slowly but surely, which is what you will be doing in this situation, because it doesn't really look like you're walking away or that you have the opportunity to walk away. This might be someone that just you have to see, you know, but you're approaching it way more level-headedly, in a way that you're not letting your emotions, you're not letting the fear, the anxiety get the best of you. You're actually choosing to hope, believe that things can be good, while keeping it in the back of your mind of how this person operates. So good on you. Double thumbs. All right, Cancer, thank you so much for your time, energy, always. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope you found messages that resonated for you here. Definitely drop comments below if you did. I love to hear, or just say, hey, share in a little love, little TLC. I so appreciate all the love, all the support that you bring to the channel. No, I'm sending it back your way.